Hey guys, it's Jeremy again. I know it's late, but I can't go to sleep, so I'm back to do another book review for you. And today I'm going to be reviewing The Twilight Saga New Moon by Stephenie Meyer. Here's the cover. And there's the cover. It's got Edward in the background. Very beautiful cover. And I'm going to read the back of it, and I'm going to read the back of the book for you. I knew we were both in mortal danger. Still, in that instant, I felt well whole. I could feel my heart racing in my chest, the blood pulsing hot and fast through my veins again. My lungs filled deep with the sweet scent that came off the skin. It was like there had never been a hole in my chest. I was perfect, not healed, but as if there would ever be a wound in the first place. Sorry, no, my brother just left town. But here's Twilight. So sorry. Sorry guys. New Moon. And as you guys can tell, all across my wall are the Twilight posters. There's the Twilight poster, New Moon poster, Eclipse poster, and then the Breaking Dawn poster. Anyway, I just wanted to show you guys that. But yeah, here's New Moon, and I'll read the brief summary that is inside of the book for you, since I don't have the hardcover version. When the Cullens, including her beloved Edward, leaves for Forks rather than risk revealing that they are vampires, it is almost too much for 18-year-old Bella to bear. But she finds solace in her best friend Jacob until he is drawn into a cult and changes in terrible ways. I just want to start off. This is about Edward and Bella being together and just being happy, and then it kind of goes a bit south, and Bella is almost attacked by Jasper at her 18th birthday party, which is planned by Alice, and that just completely goes out of the water, and Edward is just going off crazy, because if it would have just been another vampire, it wouldn't have been bad, but it was part of Edward's own family that tried to kill Bella, is what kind of made it upset. But Edward understands that it's not Jasper's fault. He hasn't been around humans as long as everybody else. So he's not mad at Jasper, which I really respect that in Edward, that he's not upset with Jasper for trying to kill Bella, because Edward knows that he cannot control himself like everybody else can. And so I just want to let you guys know this is the second book in the Twilight series. There's 4 books in the series. There's Twilight, New Moon, Eclipse, and then Breaking Dawn. And if there could possibly be a 5th book if it continues after Breaking Dawn, because I read on Clever TV, because I subscribed to them, and they said a 6th Twilight film is greenlit, meaning they said that before a film can come into play, there has to be a 5th book before there is a 6th film, because Breaking Dawn parts 1 and 2, which is film 4 and 5, are split into 2 parts. But anyway, back to this. My arm is hurting me. But anyway, just Bella just is, and then when Edward and then Edward leaves, and it's a big emotional scene. That scene right there really pulled me, because Stephenie Meyer describes that scene in such a way where it's simply very beautiful, but very heartbreaking at the same time. And then she kind of really starts to get to know Jacob Black better, her best friend. And then he goes off on a wagon, and then she soon learns that he's a werewolf, and werewolves in this world kill vampires to protect humans. And so it's just, and then they hate the Cullens because they're vampires, and even though they don't eat humans, they eat off of animals, and the whole treaty thing, it's a really big thing, but I find it one of the most settling things too. It's really peaceful, and Bella is just going through her life, learning about Jacob. They're trying to find out to Victoria, because Bella and Jacob both find out that Victoria is after Bella, and so the wolves the wolves try to get her and kill her to try to keep Bella safe, and then just one thing or after another, and then Alice comes back. And because in the earlier scene, Bella, well, not really, she jumps off of a cliff just to see Edward again, or something like that, and so Alice thinks that Bella was dead when she wasn't, and so that's just a big part of the story and everything. And then after that, Alice and Bella go to Italy to try to save Edward, and sorry, I had an itch. I used the book to scratch. Sorry. And they try to save Edward, which Bella does, and then Alice, Bella, and Edward, all three of them are summoned before the Volturi, which are like kind of like the president of the vampire world in a way, kind of. And they just says, and then the Volturi members, like, well, the three main members are Aro, Caius, and Marcus. Then there's the Volturi Guard, which is Felix, Jane, Alec, and Dimitri. And they're the guard. They helped, and they all have special abilities. And so, in that scene, Aro had sentenced Bella to death, and then Edward fights Felix, and it's an epic battle scene in the book, just like it was in the film. But I like the way it was in the book better. And so, they just Alice says, I'll change Bella myself. She's seen it, and Aro sees it, and we see Edward and Bella running through the forest, both vampires, and it's a really peaceful, really wonderful scene, which was really nice to be able to see in the movie as well. And so many fans loved the end of Breaking Dawn Part 1 because the movie, because we got to see Bella as a vampire then, and we'll get to see her again in Part 2 of Breaking Dawn as well. Sorry, head itchy. I'm going to set my book down because it's heavy. But just so much is going on, and I mind Bella got on my last nerve in New Moon because it's like, because to me it was an emotional book as a whole. It was emotional, and then but in the end, Bella really does come back with Edward, and Bella's grounded by Charlie because she was gone for 3 days, and Charlie had no idea where she was, who she was with. She had no way of contacting her, but she was actually 18 at the time. But it really is a giant chapter of the story. It really is a great story. I really did love it. I do have to say honestly with you guys, for this book, it took me 6.5 months to finish this book because it was just so bland and blah. I did not like this book as much as I liked the first one. I don't know why that is. It just is. But if you enjoyed my review on New Moon by Stephenie Meyer, please comment, rate, and subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next video. All right, bye.